Hello, my name is Meerah and I'm a Lorekeeper in one of Yogg-Sothoth's libraries, and welcome to a video I can't believe I waited so long to make, because Cloverfield is literally one of my all-time favorite movies. Like, I have been obsessed with it since it first came out. I remember the wild marketing campaign and advertising that was out there for it. I used to play the behind-the-scenes featurette from the DVD like on a loop to fall asleep as a college student. And to this day, it remains a comfort movie for me. And HUD, the character holding the camera throughout the movie, many of his one-liners have made their way into like my daily vocabulary.
How are you gonna survive without Rob? He's like your main dude.
Yeah, no. Hey, how am I gonna survive without you? I don't know, I'm like your main dude. Straight up.
Hey, Rob, listen to me, okay? We gotta get out of here. It's time to leave the electronics store. One of us is gonna have to tackle you, and that's gonna be very uncomfortable for everybody involved.
Just wait for there to be a lull, and then just make a break for it.
The air caught on fire,
just wait.
okay? There's not gonna be a lull.
So what, it's been down there this whole time and nobody noticed?
Sure. Maybe it erupted from an ocean trench, you know? Or a crevasse. Crevice. Wait, no, never mind. No, that's a bad idea. Hey, that's a bad idea. I take that back.
No one ever listens to me, ever. And now, of course, they listen to me. Great.
All right, come on, put the camera down, come on.
Oh, Jesus. All right, if this is the last thing you see, that means I died.
All right, come on.
Okay.
What is that?
It's a terrible thing.
Okay,
Let's
we
go.
gotta go.
Oh, shit. Oh.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, something else. Also terrible.
Anyway, on to our topic. Let's talk about Clover. Just a brief summary, and in no way all-encompassing, I just want to ramble about one of my favorite movie monsters. Clover was created by JJ Abrams and artist Neville Page. In the behind the scenes, I remember them saying that they really wanted to create like an American Godzilla.
My son Henry and I went to Tokyo last year. We went to a bunch of toy stores, and I realized at almost all of them, Godzilla was still featured. It just struck me that there was this iconic monster that was still, so many years later, prevalent in these stores and had meaning to the culture. And I thought, you know, I wish that we had a monster like that.
So they created Clover. Clover is a baby, literally. Clover is an infant gargantuan deep-sea creature that has been alive for thousands of years and yet is still considered a baby. When a rude-ass company called Tagarato discovered Clover's resting place in the sea and decided to build an oil rig over it called the Chuai Station. The night that Cloverfield takes place, they had sent submarines down to investigate and study the creature, which naturally spooked it. Another thing they brought up in the behind the scenes is that Clover is not only an infant, but the embodiment of like a wild animal or creature that has been spooked.
I think there's almost nothing scarier than an animal that is much bigger than you that's terrified, because that animal's going to do anything.
As the designer of the creature, I have to have reasons behind things, and there are reasons for pretty much every single square inch of the creature. But one of the things I thought would be very interesting is if it's not a monster that's come out of the water to just wreak havoc randomly and kill people, it is an infant. It's newly hatched, newly born. And all the pain that goes with something being exposed to a foreign environment and temperatures and things and sounds and little pestilent, almost like ants, people, having the knowledge that it was a baby really helped me understand a little bit more about what the creature would do.
It's got like missiles being fired at it, it's stepping on cars and hurting its feet, it's freaking out. I would be freaking out. And if I was a giant deep sea baby, I would probably be freaking out even more. Poor Clover. Anyway, Clover has grown to its impressive size, don't worry, I'll be giving the estimated measurements from the fictional Department of Defense in a minute, by ingesting something called seabed's nectar, which is a natural, addictive, almost steroid-like substance that causes increased growth, clearly, and increased cell division. The wiki even includes the measurement conversion, which is wildly helpful. Here are Clover's estimated measurements. Height, quadruped pose, 240 to 300 feet, or 73.2 to 91.4 meters. Height standing upright, about 350 feet. Length head to tail about 1,200 feet or 365.8 meters. His weight is about 5,806.04 metric tons. Width, assuming arms are outstretched, 740 feet or 225.6 meters. Height of head, 45 feet or 13.7 meters. God, that's huge. Depth of head, about 50 feet or 15.2 meters. Width of mouth is 15 feet or 4.6 meters. Height of mouth is 35 feet or 10.7 meters. God, that's terrifying. Oh. Oh. Length of longest tooth, 5 feet, which is the size of a person, or 1.5 meters, and length of one of his feet is his little foots. His feet is 35 to 40 feet. Or 10.7 to 12.2 meters. He big. A lot of thought was put into every aspect of Clover's creature design, including the creation of a secondary creature, the parasite, based off of actual undersea fleas and parasites and symbiotic relationships that exist between different critters in the ocean. If a human gets bitten by one of these parasites, the saliva can cause the victim to combust.
How's it look?
Looks like it hurts.
Maybe you're saying this isn't attractive like at all?
Because the creatures are so saturated with seabed nectar, its saliva literally makes a human's cells expand to the point of combustion. It's theorized that the saliva also reacts strongly to water, which then accelerates this process.
Here. Oh, God. Here. You can wash it off. Here.
R.I.P. to my girl Merlena. A terrible way to die. Clover has about 2,000 of these not-so-little guys crawling over its tough gray skin. The skin is very tough and pallid, needing to be strong enough to handle water pressure, but lacking much color since it's a, deep-sea creature, and doesn't get much or any sunlight. Its face has characteristics of a frog and an anglerfish, and it has 2 little external esophagi between its legs that for years, at least a decade, I thought were tiny little T-Rex arms. No, there's mouths on the end of those. Nightmare fuel. I won't go too much into describing Clover since, you can just, see it right here. Its diet, at least during the promotional material and the movie, seems to consist of whales, horses, and people. For something of its size, it can also move pretty quickly. Personally, I think I'd rather be eaten by Clover than bitten by one of its parasite friends. Just saying, if I had to choose. JJ Abrams has sadly confirmed that Clover did not survive the nuke from the Hammer Down Protocol that we see the military launch at the end of the film. R.I.P. Clover, you were so cool and one of my favorite movie monsters. Anyway, that's a very brief summary of Clover. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video and listening to me ramble on and on, leave a like or perhaps a comment, subscribe maybe, you all know the drill. Special thank you as always to my channel members, especially Loremasters, PwNaGeDOTexe, Beitodesstrafe, and General Jehuty. May Yog grant you the knowledge you seek, my friends. Friendly reminder that I do have a Patreon where you can go and join for free to watch my videos without those pesky ads. And yeah, I hope y'all are doing okay, and I hope to see y'all next time here in the library.